Other people control your future. See that? You see it?
Yes, she was trying to get people to go out to the polls, but we know who she wanted us to go to the polls to support. That was a scare tactic.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. As you've seen in that introduction clip, we're going to be talking about Stephen A. Smith real quick because he goes on a rant. He actually goes off on Kamala Harris for paying Oprah Winfrey millions of dollars for her support. So before we get this clip playing, please hit the like button down below, guys. It really helps the channel out. And of course, if you are brand new, consider hitting the subscribe button. Let's get into it.
Because did y'all see this report that Vice President Kamala Harris paid Oprah Winfrey's production company nearly $2.5 million for her support during the campaign? Initial reports said the Harris campaign shelled out $1 million. However, two sources told the New York Times that Winfrey's production company was actually paid closer to the $2.5 million.
Wow.
That number pales in comparison to the estimated $1.5 billion that Harris and the Democrats spent in their failed campaign to win the White House.
Wow. Imagine, right? Imagine getting your voter base to donate to you $20, $50, who are just regular Americans who are technically struggling at this moment. You take their donation money and you give it to Oprah Winfrey, a billionaire. That is so crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. You give it to the likes of Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, Lizzo, Eminem. You took from the American working class billions, because I mean, she raised $1 billion. So you took $1 billion and you dispersed it to your rich elite friends. Insane.
Why would that piss me off? Why?
It should. It should piss everybody off. It should piss off every Democrat. Every Democrat that voted for Kamala and donated for Kamala should be pissed off right now. You should be pissed off. Not only did she waste all of that money, she ended up in debt. She's in more debt and actually sending people letters, still asking for donations to pay off her debt. It's crazy.
What the hell is your production company doing getting anything from the Harris campaign? This is the same Oprah Winfrey that has donated to Cory Booker's campaign in the past. Remember Senator Carol Moseley Braun? Oprah Winfrey donated to her campaign when she was running for the U.S. Senate. Remember when Barack Obama won the presidency in 2008? They said at the time reportedly that Oprah Winfrey's impact equated to more than 1 million votes in his favor over Hillary Rodham Clinton in the Democratic primary. So here you are, donating to Democrats all over the place, which, by the way, Oprah Winfrey has done for decades. You giving money. You giving money. Think about this. Remember Stacey Abrams in Georgia? According to reports, Oprah Winfrey gave her over $10 million. I've got the news right in front of me. The donations highlighting the things that she has done for candidates she has supported. What's the theme here, ladies and gentlemen? Oprah is usually doling out money. But now your production company is getting a piece, which is pennies to Oprah Winfrey. And she issues the statement talking about it wasn't to her, it was to her production team. And oh, by the way, they had to be paid. End of story. That is not the end of the story. That is not the end of the story. The fact of the matter is, your production company took when you have a history spanning decades of giving, not taking. Is it possible that you were taken because you had to be sold on supporting Kamala Harris? That the level of fervor that you had for all of those other candidates that you contributed to in the past far eclipsed the level of support that you really felt towards her? Why would I bring that up? Play that sound for me again with what Oprah Winfrey said the day before the election. on the campaign trail for Kamala Harris? Could you play that sound for me again, please, to refresh everybody's memory? Play it again.
If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again. And let me be very clear. If you do not make sure that the people in your life can get to the polls, that is a mistake. Deciding not to decide, that is most definitely a vote to let other people control your future.
See that? You see it? Yes, she was trying to get people to go out to the polls, but we know who she wanted us to go to the polls to support. That was a scare tactic.
Yup.
Let's call it what it is. It was a scare tactic. We're suddenly going to be deprived of our right to vote if Donald Trump gets into office instead of this candidate. No problem. Sounds like a very fervent, passionate argument in favor of Kamala Harris. Then what the hell you need $2.5 million for your production company when you're worth billions? Take your time, I'll wait. You see, bullshit is bullshit. I'm not in any way questioning the contributions that Oprah Winfrey has made to the black community, to black people, to our society as a whole. She is the epitome of the American dream. She is marvelous. The problem was she tried to convince us somebody else was marvelous
When she
without
didn't believe
taking into consideration how her actions would look once we got a hold of this information. Which now brings into question, how marvelous did you really think Kamala Harris was?
it. Exactly.
That's why people have a problem trusting not just politicians, but celebrities who come out in the open to support them.
And legacy media.
Had you're Oprah, you're worth billions. It's a horrible look for you to take a penny for you or your production company if you really supported her. And oh, by the way, speaking of things that don't look good, did you really think I was going to forget about Morning Joe on MSNBC?
Yeah, so there you have it, right? There you have it. Now, did he make sense? Sure, of course he did. He sometimes tends to make sense, right? People like him or Bill Maher, Charlemagne, they'll say some things that would make sense every now and then, but it's just not consistent. This is what blows my mind and actually pisses me off is that you can tell they're actually kind of smart, right? They have a little bit of common sense, more than most leftists. But what pisses me off is that even though they can see the writing on the wall with what he just explained, he still is a Democrat. He still is going to vote for the next Democrat candidate, right? That's what pisses me off about these people is that they'll point out all of the wrongdoings, especially now, especially after the election. You have all of these leftists that are coming out and pointing out all of the wrongdoings of the Kamala campaign when they could have did this months ago. Nothing has changed. You could have said all of these things months ago. But once again, he's also a coward, right? So even if he changed his mind and voted for Donald Trump, he's really not going to come out and tell us because he's scared. He's scared he's going to lose his job, his viewership. I think he works for what? ESPN or ABC. ABC owns or Disney owns them, right? You think he's going to come out and say he voted for Trump when he's working for the likes of Disney and ABC? Hell no. Absolutely not. And is he going to come out and say the same thing about people like Roland Martin? Roland Martin took, what, $300,000 from Kamala? And said it was for his media company that he owns, that he's basically the sole member of, and he's the one that did the interview. Is he going to point out the conflict of interest there? Is he going to make a video, a segment about Roland Martin doing the same exact thing and selling out the black community? Because that's exactly what they did. The likes of Oprah is sell out the black community for some campaign funds. Right? No, he's not. Of course not. He's not going to point that out. But once again, this is just what you get from hypocrites. Right? Whenever they get exposed, whenever they finally realize that they're on the wrong side of history, and they see that they're getting left behind, and they see that legacy media and mainstream media is getting destroyed and losing viewership every single day, I mean, yeah, they're going to try to come out and say things that make a little bit more sense. That's why Morning Joe and Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough came out and did what they did. It's because they were hemorrhaging viewers on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And these people are embarrassed. They're embarrassed. They sat there and pushed for Kamala Harris month after month after month. And they got blown out. And they're sitting there just sour. I love it. I love it. I'm enjoying every second of these liberal tears and the Democrat civil war. It's absolutely enjoyable to witness. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And do I think that this guy is going to change his vote when he actually gets some legitimate facts surrounding Democrats that are actually bad? No, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. He values his viewers and his job more than his moral compass, essentially, right? But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this rant. I mean, did he make sense? I mean, I think he did. I just hate that, they're never consistent. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button down below, guys. It really helps the channel out. And of course, if you are brand new, consider hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.